This is the iPhone 4S and it's small, well, in today's standard. In today's video we're going to go up close and personal with the iPhone 4S and see how well it copes 10 years later on. Released on the 14th of October 2011, this phone was Apple's successor to the iPhone 4. Coming in at 139 grams and a screen size of a 3.5 inch retina, which by the way looks fantastic for its age. So for comparison, here is my own Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 5G, which is about the average size of a phone today, and here's the iPhone. Just the displays alone, two iPhone screens match the display size of a Xiaomi. Now the Xiaomi has a screen to body ratio of 93.4% and the iPhone has a screen to body ratio of 54%. The iPhone 4S was a refreshed beef up version of the iPhone 4 and addressed a major problem, fixing the issue with antenna gate which caused problems with the signal when you held the phone. It was the first iPhone to implement Siri thanks to its dual core A5 CPU powering the device. All iPhones came standard with 512 megs of RAM and came with the storage options of 8GB, 16GB, 32GB and a 64GB. On the top of the device we see the power button alongside the headphone jack, and on the side of the device we have the silent switch, the volume up and volume down. On the bottom of the device we see the speaker and the 30 pin, which I find more of a secure connection compared to micro USB and Type-C that we have today, but it didn't last long. Looking at the iPhone 4S, we can see it's made out of an aluminium chassis which looks very elegant to today's standard and has a glass back. Back when this phone was new, people were concerned that the back glass would shatter, and it was the reason why future iPhones had an all metal chassis. But it looks like we're going back to glass now. Turning on the iPhone, I did notice it was slower than I anticipated. However, this one is running iOS 9, which is notorious for slowdowns. I did look up on the internet and check if this was common, and it was when iOS 9 was implemented, it was a slow experience. Luckily, I had 4 other iPhones with iOS 7 installed, and to check if there was a difference between iOS 9 and iOS 7. And I can confirm that the iOS 7 iPhones were running faster than the iOS 9 version. So here's a couple of photographs that I've took on the iPhone 4S. All of the back camera photographs were all taken on an 8 megapixel setting, which is the maximum, and the front camera was taken with 0.3 megapixels, which is the only setting that it can take maximum, and it's not aged well. On the App Store, it was a near unusable experience with a very few of apps working on the 4S due to the phone only supporting up to iOS 9, and the apps that we commonly use today on our phones are iOS 10. However, I did manage to find a game that I could install, 8 Ball Pool, and you guessed it, it was a terrible experience. There was freezes, the game would freak out, and I'm pretty sure that if your iPhone makes a delayed multiple standby shutter noise like this, then you know there's a problem. Going on the web, I tried to search for YouTube, and it would load, and when the video was about to play, it wouldn't. What made it more difficult is alternative web browsers were unable to be installed due to the incompatibility of iOS 9. So the question is, can you still use an iPhone 4S in 2021? Not really. You can use it to make calls and texts, but other than that, there's not really much you can do. You can use the camera. The App Store, you can't really install anything unless you want to play 8 Ball Pool. You can't use YouTube because on the internet web browser it crashes, nor can you install any other web browser because everything is all mainly on the App Store iOS 10 and above, but the maximum the iPhone 4S supports is 9. You can take photographs, but that's pretty much it. I think it's time for this phone to retire. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe to our channel to support us, and we'll be uploading more videos very shortly and to bring you guys more content. And we'll see you in the next one.